Alright, so here it is all finished up, and we can start with the show side scale. Now this is the paper micarta, also known as the cheddar micarta. And this material almost reminds me of bamboo, to be honest. It's very light and strong, a lot stronger than the micarta that comes on the PM2 Crewware. And as you guys can see, I did round off all the edges. This is something the customer really wanted, and I made sure to keep it just a little bit thicker than the original scales, since this knife is already on the thin side. And the only thing I really had to mill out was the recessed area for the liner lock, which I did by hand. This is a lot easier than you might think, but I was just patient. It took my time. So the knife does function properly. And I also left this chunk here, and I'll show you really quick with the original scale. So we have the original right here, and you can see they just do a clean cutout, which is fine, but it definitely leaves it on the thinner side. And I like this look a lot better since it hides that liner lock a little bit better. But I'll show you once it's assembled. And I did get rid of the lanyard tube hole, which is another thing the customer didn't want, which is fine. I did have to mod the tube. I'll show you that in just a second. And then I got rid of all the other options for the pocket clip holes, so we only have tip up, right hand carry, which definitely makes the scales look a lot cleaner. And then, like I said, I did shorten the lanyard tube, so it only squeezes into the liners, so we don't have to worry about that. Plus it acts as the back spacer in a sense. The only thing I did with the liners was I added a nice satin finish all the way around, since the factory just stamps these out or gets them laser cut. But I did get rid of the vertical lines. So it's a small little touch, but it makes it a lot cleaner. Plus it matches the satin finish on the blade. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So let's put this in the other and see what it looks like. Here it is all put together, and I am really happy with this one as well. Got those nice rounded edges, which makes it very comfortable in hand. No hot spots. Here's the pocket clip side, and we'll look at it opened up, which looks really, really clean. Made sure the lines were going straight with the scales. And here is the pocket clip side. And unfortunately, you can't use the original hardware screws since the scales are a little bit thicker, but luckily I had some longer hardware. As you can see, it goes down pretty deep. I still have to remove that material on the hardware, and this one is not all the way set since I don't want the blade to hit. The action is really good on this. I got lucky. It's perfectly centered, but that screw I left loose because I didn't want it to hit the blade. So I'm gonna have to go down in the shop and adjust these screws, but other than that, it's pretty much done. It is complete. Like I said, the action is really, really good. Buttery smooth, and just a great knife. I definitely need to get one of these in my collection since it is full liners, and I can create custom liners out of basically any material, but really, really pleased with this. As always, let me know down below what you guys think of how this thing turned out. And really quick, here is the lanyard tube serving as the back spacer because, well, if it wasn't there, then you'd be able to squish this down and it wouldn't look good. But now it does not make any noise, so really pleased with that as well. Really quick, I wanted to show you guys the satin finish on the liners. Like I said, it's a small little touch, but it definitely blends everything together, especially with the satin finish on the blade. And I did do the satin finish on the hardware as well, so it does give it that, just gives it that nice balanced look between everything. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate your guys' support, and as always, I will see you guys on the next one.